You know, they fight their own challenges. They have their own competition among themselves, from setting up, tearing down, and mobilizing to the next location, making sure that the rider is prepared every morning for their adventure. The sacrifice that they go through with the preparations of the build, the time that it takes for you prior to the event, with your friends and family. Having to sacrifice of not having you home for almost a month, most of you having to leave your young kids or grandkids behind that mean so much to you. For most of the business owners or the people that are employed, your business or your professional career has to endure with you being gone and having to change the way that things go on from day to day. The endurance doesn't stop there. Even us as the event of the motorcycle Cannonball, including myself, my wonderful wife Leanne, we have to endure. We have had our own challenges of endurance. You know, we have to endure and face many challenges, from setting up and organizing, at times to get 400 different personalities and people across the country, working with countless cities and hotels, working with the hosted stops. But over the last 18 months, we've had to endure more than ever. The hardest being we had to make the hard decision of postponing this event last year until this year. We didn't know if it was going to happen or not, and we didn't even know if it was going to happen this year. You know, we've been fighting to get back deposits that weren't paid, work with people that didn't want to work with us. We dealt with working with people that had many staffing problems, working with hosted stops that have been financially devastated or understaffed, rebooking of 1,000 hotel rooms. The biggest and most serious fight we've had to endure was financially as an organization. When it came to the postponement, we looked at and realized that we would be faced with not having revenue and deposits coming in for over 18 months. But we did it, we sacrificed, and we endured. So why do we do this? Because it's frickin' Cannonball. All right, so over the last 2.5, 3 years, I've heard many stories of, oh, the route you picked sucks. It's going to be so easy. It's going to be a cakewalk. I tell you what, the faces and everything that I see here tonight, I can tell you we didn't go through no frickin' cakewalk, did we? Absolutely. This year has been different than most years that we've ever done. One, we've had probably the most attrition that we've ever had, the most catastrophic failures, the most accidents, and the least amount of people that have ever crossed the finish line on the Cannonball. That proves how hard this ride is and how tough you guys are out there sitting right here, right now. All right, before we get into it all, there's a few people that I just want to thank that have helped us out over the years. I want to start with some sponsors. We've had Lowbrow Customs, Silcoline Motorcycle Oil, our great friend Bob Ziola, American Anchor, thank you for your tape. Our great friend Brian Bozier with Sinless Cycles, he stepped up and helped us out. Our best insurance agent on the ride, Greg Allen, stepped up and helped us out. Of course, Hagerty Insurance. My friend Jason Momoa for handing out all the Manalalu water for us over the ride. And for my good friend Lionel coming out with Law Tigers, spending the last few days with us. I appreciate those guys and everything that they do for us. Of course, this event doesn't happen without the great people that we have that back us up on this and that help us out. A lot of them volunteers, a lot of them put their heart and soul into this. They love Cannonball just as much as we love Cannonball. Of course, the first person I gotta thank is my wife. So really, if it wasn't for her, none of us would be here today. She allowed us to dip into our personal savings to cash roll this event to bring everybody here to South Padre Island. So that's who's responsible. Of course, I got to thank John Klassen. You starting up, John? Want everybody to give John a round of applause. So John has been with us on every single event. He's clocked every single mile for us. And I tell you what, we got some pretty good stuff for you in the future. So if you get a chance and you see him tonight, thank him for putting you on the best 2-lane roads of America. Of course, with his competition crew, if they can stand up and get an applause, we have Kay Soltis. On the day ahead crew, we had Fred Sprague and Joan. On our lead cars this year, we have Tom Hinderholtz and John Schmidt. Sweet crew, Morgan Williams and Jeff Boris. We also have myself, the VIP sweet truck driver, as I ate my way across America. We also had Bruce Redpath. He has been a rock star this year for us. Also Jimmy Bradley. So one of the most important people that I think of the event. We've become very, very confident in her. We trust her decisions, and she's become like a mom to all of us. I know she has for me. She brought me back feeling good this year with her special concoctions. Vicky Sanfilippo. JJ. He's in the back. Stand up. Of course, you all know him. We also had Rebecca Cunningham. Everybody look at the camera over there and say, "Hi, Mom." So we're live on Facebook right now. First, we got Melissa. There was Shoemaker that was doing photos. On the merchandise, Coach and 9 Toes. Another group of people that deserve more than probably any of the other staff. The guys that keep you safe on the road. Starting with Joe Sparrow. This guy is amazing. He's a rock star. Cole Easter. Polly. You know, all these guys that come with and travel with us, they're unbelievable. Great, great people. We also had Greg Allen and his girlfriend Christine riding sweep safety with us this year. Great, great people. Had 2 new guys come in halfway through the ride that helped us out tremendously with Jose Torres and Ron Perry. Thanks for those guys' help. They were great, great help. We had a great person behind the scenes, Marge, back handling all the press and media. Once we get home and we get depressed a little bit, we have a great, great list of a bunch of different links that you guys can go to. Read the stories from all the different newspapers, online, YouTube stuff, we'll keep you guys busy with content for a long, long time that you guys can read. So, all right. So, again, give these guys a round of applause. Without these guys, this event doesn't happen. All right. So, there's a few things that have come near and dear to our hearts here lately. I want to just spend a little bit of time on a few of the organizations that I think you guys should pay attention to. We've come on board with them. The first one, I'd like to thank Bob and Andrea for bringing out the Jesse Combs, bringing awareness to the Jesse Combs Foundation. I'll send you guys a link afterwards to get to learn more and more about the foundation. It's a really, really good program. One of the next ones that we came on board with, and it hits personally with us, is the Alive to Ride. And I want to bring Gary up for just a few seconds just to talk about the organization and a little bit about what he's gone through, and maybe this will help you guys out in the future. So here's Gary.
Cannonball, baby! Hey everyone, thanks for all of you that come up and said hi and asked me about this, but it is personal. I want to thank Jason and Leanne for their help. Marty Patterson's on our board, and we also have Kelly Modlin's on our board. But what we're working on is get your PSA tested. If you're a man, get it tested, don't wait around. I found out, I got mine tested early, but it's like that, turn your light on before you go into a tunnel test. It's nice to know what you're going into and you don't have to bounce off the walls. What we want to do is anybody who wants to get their PSA tested, we'll pay for it. Or we'll give you a t-shirt, whatever you want. Just say, go to alivetoride.org, tell your number of your race number and who you are, and we'll send you a t-shirt or we'll pay for it, either one, because we want you to be safe, we want you to be back here, we want you to be healthy, we want you to be able to make love to your wife and all those good things. So get it tested. Thank you, and Jason, thank you so much for letting us be a part of this. alivetoride.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. So one of the things that a lot of you know that I've been advocating over the last few years is getting the next generation involved. And like I said, I've reached out to many of you. It's something that I try to advocate for all the time. You know, it's really important to get that next generation involved, the younger riders, the pre-35ers. You know, as you know, it's hard enough to get people involved in events and antique motorcycling, and even harder with getting the youth involved. You know, like I've preached, if you're getting too old and you don't think that you can do it anymore, but you still want to be involved, you know, put somebody on your motorcycle, you know, mentor them. You know, you can still be a part of what's going on in the action, and help out by putting somebody on your motorcycle or teaching them your mechanical skills. You know, really, it's up to us to get the next generation moving. Now, I want to recognize a few people that have helped jumpstart this a little bit, and we had this really, really great thing happen here just a few months ago. Of course, most of you know that we have another event, the Cross Country Chase. We had one individual that happens to be a Cannonball rider. He ended up donating his bike to a younger rider that, you know, he said, hey, I can't go on this ride, but you know what? I'm putting my bike out there for anybody that wants to use it. From there, it truly, truly went viral. From the first Facebook post, it immediately went viral, and we had thousands of dollars worth of donations. We had other people donating their bikes. these two individuals were some of the first people to kind of jumpstart this program, and hopefully the program will continue, not with just the chase, but hopefully we'll see this advocate in the Cannonball, races like Sons of Speed, Trog, AMCA road runs, and all that kind of stuff. The two guys that kind of put this together and put it into motion, I want to bring them up right here, is Chris Tribby and Alex Trepanay.
I'm not going to go without you, man.
So I want to present these guys, just a small token, with a couple of trophies that our good friend Bartek had done for us. This is a symbol of trying to get the next generation involved into the sport. Guys like this, I know a lot of you guys donated money towards the cause to help pay entry fees and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully stuff like this, good deeds, will keep going and keep our spirit and hobby alive. Thank you guys.
And I just want to say how proud I am to see guys like Keegan out there on that Excelsior. That's the kind of stuff that keeps us going. Good job, Keegan, and good job all the other young riders. We appreciate you.
Alex makes a great point that, you know, even Jeff Lauritsen is witness to this, that, hey, you know what? My body's getting a little old. I'm going through a little bit of stuff. I'm not able to ride this. I still want to be a part of it. I'm going to put my grandson on this bike. And you know what? He made almost every single mile, and that's freaking awesome. So one of the other things that myself and Leanne have done this year is we have become ambassadors and also partnered with All Kids Bike. It is a program that puts bicycles back into elementary schools. It's run by Strider. It's a great program, something that we've been very, very passionate about for a long time. We have decided that we would take a portion of all of our merchandise sales, program sales that will come out, and in the future, rider entries that will be donated towards the program so that we can fund a couple schools a year and get these bicycles in the school. So we put a link out there for people to donate towards a cause. From what we've done with the Chase and with the Cannonball, we have supported one school so far, but we had a great couple of Cannonball people step up and donate for 2 schools. And I want to bring them up here for a minute, John Dobbs and Jackie Pruitt. it's really unbelievable to think with what their generosity, with our generosity and what we plan on doing in the future of putting these bicycles back into school, of what that will do to our hobby, and hopefully we will educate and nurture and mentor the future Cannonball riders. All right, let's get into it. Let's get these awards out of here. So you guys know the name of the game is getting the miles. And you see it daily, and you know you make it daily when you get them little teeny stickers every morning. It's that little accomplishment that you know what, I had a perfect day, and that's what it's about. You know, it's the challenge of you and your machine, and when you complete that challenge, we like to reward you as you would in kindergarten by giving you that little sticker every morning. So I know there's been times when we haven't had the stickers out in time and you guys want to try to kill me for not having them out there, but I promise you, we're trying to make it better. Anyway, if you guys are missing any A stickers, we will have a few afterwards just for a few minutes. You can also collect the one from today from us. And but I want to invite the following people up, because these 33 people that will join us right here on the stage made 16 days plus a prologue perfectly. No penalty points, perfect mileage, and that's a huge accomplishment. Like I said, it's no easy feat. 3 years ago, I stood in Portland, Oregon, and we had 51 people that made perfect mileage. This year, 33. So, anyway, I'm going to call up all the people. If you guys come up here, we'd like to give you a couple of these. We've got one for your motorcycle to display proudly on your motorcycle because your machine made it. And then we got one for you personally because, you know what? You fucking made it too. All right, let's start out with Dave Courier, Jeff Tiernan, Frank Westfall, Andrea LaBarbera, Victor Bucock. Yeah, I want everybody to stay up here. All right, yeah, make your way up here. We're going to get one big group photo. Loring Hill. Bert Niskell. Doc Hopkins. Dave Minerva. Mike Jensen. Billy Page. Brian Pease, Brian Bozier, Jim Miner, Chris Parry, Kirsten Helling, John Bartman, Shannon Helling, Bob Ziola, Jared Rinker, Indian AA, Vince Martinico, George Unruh, Tim Burns, Shane Masters, Gary Shorman, Marty Patterson, Buck Carson and Nikki Hancock. Terry Richardson. Chris O'Brien. Larry Butts. Jake Martin. And last but not least, Alex Trepanier. Frank Westphal. All right, let's squeeze in here and get a group picture.
Just thought I could sit down out of
This award this year was sponsored by the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. The AMCA has been a very gracious sponsor of this event and supporter of us since 2010.
Okay, so everybody on that side of Terry needs to come this way. You guys all need to come this way. Over here, guys. Doc, your group needs to come in here. Squeeze in.
This is zero social distancing. Y'all squeeze up together. Come on.
Now,
Here we go.
one more, guys.
Thanks again to the Antique Motorcycle Club of America for sponsoring the Perfect Score Ace.
So much.
We actually did have 4 other people that did make the miles. They made every single mile. Unfortunately, because of penalty points, they were not awarded, but it's still an accomplishment to make all the miles. And because of that, I will spend them a special gift after the event. All right. So that brings us to the major awards of this event. And that is the class winners of the 2021 Motorcycle Cannonball. I want to start out with Class 6 winner, Cannonball veteran, hasn't done it since 2010. Vince Martinico, 1923 Henderson. I tell you what, Vince is tough. You can look at his hip and see how tough he is, taking a fall. He got back up. I forced him to get on the sweep trailer and he told me, fuck no. It's time to rock and roll. Anyway, he made the miles. You want to say something?
Love all you Cannonballs. I want to thank, this would never happen without Brian Bozier, without Brian and Renee Bozier, Mark Hill, Lauren Hill, Kev, and Paul. Anyway, my wife for letting me come. I haven't been home for a month. I've been at the Davenport motorcycle meet. Anyway, I appreciate everybody, and thank you. And everybody that was out there.
Oh, here we go. Our next class winner might have a tough act to follow there. Anyway, class 5 on a 1922 Harley Davidson, Kirsten Helling. So check this out. That's 2 in a row.
I just want to thank everybody on our crew for all the support that they give. Todd and Bill, if it wasn't for you guys getting the bus back and forth to each stop, we couldn't do this. PJ as well, thank you for greeting me at the finish line with a cold sun drop each day. That was always appreciated. I cannot express how much I appreciate my dad building that 1922 motorcycle for me to ride. It is an absolute honor to ride that bike. I'm about ready to turn around and ride it back home again. He definitely knows how to build a motorcycle. All 3 of our bikes, my husband, Shannon, my dad, and myself, all made it every single mile. My dad's never ridden the sweeper trailer in 3 Cannonballs with the sidecar and a passenger. He's the only person who ever done that, so he's a pretty awesome dude. So thank you all.
Thank you. All right, class 4 on a 1923 Norton single cylinder, Chris Parry. Chris was the sole survivor in that class 4 that had a perfect score.
So, first of all, welcome to Texas, because Team Norton is a Texas team. I'd like to thank Big D Cycle. I'd like to thank Ryan, our crew chief. I'd like to thank Grady. I'd like to thank Mark. I'd like to thank Ray. I'd like to thank Hunter and Larson and Reed, and just thank you all. This was great. Thank you.
All right, now we move into the 100-year and older category. Class 3 winner on a 1915 Harley, Burt Miskell.
I'd like to thank my wife that supports me through all this, and my mechanic, James Hammersley, that has been with me 2 trips now. This was the 3rd time for us. 3rd time was the charm. We finally got a perfect score. I'm going to hang this in my garage with the rest of the bikes, and I appreciate everybody that helped me along the way.
Awesome. All right. Class 2 winner on a 1912 Henderson, Jeff Tiernan. Second overall.
I'd like to say thanks to my crew chief, Mike Badlam, and all the support we got from the Fourth Coast Fours, Mark Hill and Loring, and all the crew. And I always said a bike on the road is worth 2 in the shed.
All right. So in 2009, a good friend of mine, Lonnie Isom, had this vision of what this event is, the Motorcycle Cannonball. He's always had a spirit. We usually do a Spirit of the Cannonball award here, but I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm gonna do something a little different, a little more special, and a little bit more intimate that will hopefully carry on. So, the Spirit of the Cannonball Award will actually be done by myself personally, as I will make a trip to the person's house, and that person will help me do the next 2023 Cannonball. They will be an integral part of the route. So stay tuned. We'll put it out there. I think it'll be a really, really neat idea. We're going to document it. And, you know, I want the people that have been the spirits of the past events to help nurture future events. We've had people such as Shinya. We've had, you know, Victor Bukak over here, Spirit of the Cannonball Award. And Dean Borgione. Some of these guys I'm going to work with and help do something that I think that will be pretty special for the next event. So it's something that I want to document and that we want to do, and stay tuned for it because I think it'll be really cool. So anyway, let's move on to what we're here for. The grand finale, the grand champion. This guy, he told me, I'm gonna bring it, and he brought it. And he done what a lot of people think couldn't happen. He took an atmospheric valve across the country and made every mile, and he brought it. Dave Courier, Class 1 winner, overall champion. I know you guys seen it, of how military disciplined that Dave was on this whole entire route. I mean, he didn't even have a chance to call his wife at night, It was checklist after checklist, bolt after bolt, and you know what? You did it. Congratulations. So along with, of course, being awarded Class 1 banner, the championship banner, this unbelievable bronze from our friend Chris Hennigan in Europe. This thing is unbelievable. But you also stand by. Get awarded #1 plate for when you come back on the next event to defend the title.
Okay, I got to get myself organized. I'm still on the motorcycle. It's been quite an experience here, and I'm usually not one that short on words. Most of you that know me know that's probably true, but I did put a few notes down because for the last, I don't know, year and a half, all I've been doing is living and breathing the Cannonball. And I wanted to, after the 2018 Cannonball, I rode a 1915 twin. I wanted to try something a little more challenging, and so I selected the 1911 single-cylinder Harley belt drive. And I told Jason what I was going to run, and he said, well, we have a pretty rough course. John Clausen's got mountains involved, a lot of heat. And I said, well, that's the gal I'm taking to the dance, and I'll bring her. So I did. So, wow, what an experience it's been. It's been a long grind on that 1911. The belt drive, I had a lot of adverse situations weather-wise. Yesterday I lost a coil. That was about a 2.5 minute change. There's just a lot of things that most of y'all don't know, but I'm like everybody in this room that's riding a bike. They all had mechanical issues, so I was able to overcome that. I guess I do want to acknowledge and remember Lonnie Jr. for his vision of the Cannonball and the true spirit of an antique motorcycle. And I think I've brought that to the dance. I want to compliment Jason and your bride Leanne for all of what you've done in carrying the vision forward to the future. John Clausen, I want to acknowledge you for the course you laid out. And I don't know, but you tried to throw everything at the 1911 that you could, and I think we conquered them for you. So thank you again. This award really belongs to Team Dakota, a special group of people, and I just want to acknowledge them individually here. Special thanks to my crew chief, John Rolland. John, would you stand up? They absolutely delivered the bacon. It was unbelievable. So I thank you for that. And then there's one person in the audience, my beautiful wife, Kay. She is the one that's put up with me being gone for many nights. For all what she's put up with while I've chased the Cannonball. For those of you that don't know, and maybe you've looked at the 1911, but the bike is named The Last Ride. And that's on behalf of my dad, in memory of him. And he was on the Cannonball with me. So, I'm very humbled and honored to accept the award, Jason, and I thank you again. And I just want to thank all the Cannonball riders. You're an awesome bunch of people. Everybody here has helped me out on one way or another, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you, everyone. My 3 children are here. Joe, John, and Amy flew in just to be here tonight. And I thank you for
that. So the question is, when's the next time you're going to ride that 1911?
It's not going to be tomorrow, I'll guarantee you that.
All right. Thank you. Again, another round of applause. What a feat. All right. So, like I said, in 2009, my great friend Lonnie Isom started this great event. I became friends with him shortly after, even before then. In 2015, when I took over the event, I made a promise to him that I would keep this event going in his name and in his honor, and I would be the caretaker of it until we pass it on to the next caretaker. With that being said, we are going to do another event. We are going to do another Cannonball. It will be in 2023. Do I have all the details of it right now? Shit, I'm lucky to even be here. But I guarantee you by the end of the year, we will have all the details, all the dates, and the final route. I do have some different things planned going forward with the event. Maybe making it a little bit more competitive. I'm going to change up the classes. There's going to be handicaps on bikes. And we have a whole new format going forward, and I think it'll bring some excitement to the Cannonball, and like I said, maybe a little bit more competition. So, anyway, that's really all I have. Before these guys take over, I do want to do one thing. At, we'll say, 9:15-ish, 9:30, I want to take another frickin' Cannonball into the Gulf of Mexico. Anybody want to join? All right, so out in front of the hotel, we'll say 9:15, 9:30, we'll do a group Cannonball into the lake, just like we did in Myrtle Beach, and we'll have fun. Oh, the ocean. It's a Gulf, it's a lake.
Bartek, come here. All right, for all of you that don't know, Bartek is the one that had any of the carved trophies that were done. Bartek is responsible for those. What a strange Cannonball this has been, right? If this was your first time Cannonball, you have nothing to compare it to. Those of you that have done other Cannonballs before, you know how difficult this one was. And it was extremely difficult in many different ways. As a group, we have a leader. And leaders come in all kinds of different forms. Bartek has crafted a trophy for our Supreme Commander with steel balls, Jason Sims. He had to make a lot of tough decisions out there this year. They were not popular, they were second guessed, but they were all correct. So Jason, please sit at your throne. And let me be the first to fondle your steel balls.
Oh my God, holy shit. Was not expecting that at all. Bartek, come here. I gotta thank Bartek for everything. He has been a great supporter. All these lanyards that you guys wear year after year, these all come from Bartek. Some of the great trophies and everything like that. I thank you guys for putting your trust in me to get you guys across the country somewhat safely, somewhat organized, and with smiles on your face. I hope everybody, makes it home safely. You don't go through too much PTSD over the next couple of weeks, and you can get your lives back to normal until we put on the next event. So hopefully we'll see you guys sooner than later. Be safe, have fun, and let's fucking party.